Yo, champs in the making, Starmeistr here. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for your utmost support to my channel. Thanks to you, we managed to reach 1,000 subscribers. I know it's a little repetitive, but I seriously can't thank you enough. So as promised, today I'll be doing a Q&A for my 1K subscriber special dedicated to each and every person that has subscribed to my channel. Thank you for all your comments. I honestly didn't anticipate there to be this many questions, so this video might end up becoming much longer than expected, which is awesome. So let's not waste any more time and get started with the first question. According to Zora, how were you introduced to Pokemon? Okay, so I was introduced to Pokemon by my cousins who played the games on our desktop computer. And as for the anime, Pokemon in Tagalog dub was aired on TV when I was a kid, and I just fell in love with it. What was the first Pokemon that you played? If I recall correctly, it was Pokemon Red, and Charmander was probably my starter, but I don't remember much of it. Which is your most favorite Pokemon and why? I think it's a tie between Totodile and Starmie, because Totodile is the starter Pokemon that I had the most fun memories with back in Gold, Silver, Crystal. And as for Starmie, I don't know, maybe it's because of its symmetrical and sleek design, or maybe it was because of its competitive prowess, because besides Gengar, it is the only Gen 1 Pokemon to have remained in the overused tier from Gens 1 to 6. The next question is from Andrea and Nicole Hermino. If you were a Pokemon, who would it be and why? That's quite interesting. I'll probably choose the smartest pick and say Mew, because I can transform into anything I wanna be, and I'm still super strong even without transforming. So basically, I'm like Ditto but better. Who's your favorite trainer and why? My favorite Pokemon trainer is probably Lance. I think he gets unnecessary hate for his undiverse team, and I think he's underrated, and he deserves much more credit than what he's getting. He won the Pokemon World Tournament, and he also dealt with 3 villainous teams. Hoenn had 2 known champions, but guess who showed up in the Team Magma and Team Aqua finale? It's Lance, and I think Pokemon Journeys definitely did him dirty though. It feels like he's irrelevant to the series and only shows up to lose, at least for now. How old are you? I am 20 years old. Are you still in college? If so, what course? I am in my 4th year of college and I'm taking up Bachelor of Science in Electronics Engineering. Ansh Kumar asked, what was your first full odd shiny? I think it was either a Zubat or a Pidgey in one of the GSC games. I'm not sure which came first though. And wow, Seviper of all Pokemon was your first shiny? I think it's only a 9% encounter rate. Next question is from Sharmina Hassan. What one event inspired you to do this? So since the pandemic started, I think my love and passion for Pokemon got reignited, so I began watching Pokemon videos in YouTube, mainly by MNJ TV, Mystic Umbreon, Lumiose Trainer Zack, and all the big guys. And then we had this performance task in school where we had to record ourselves answering a set of questions. And I love the entire process of that, from script writing to recording to editing. And I think at that point I realized that I wanted to be a content creator. How do you balance your school/personal life and YouTube? So in managing my student life and YouTube life, I usually make an imaginary schedule inside my head and then also an actual schedule in spreadsheets, so I know when to allot my time on studies and when to allot my time on YouTube. And I think it's also tremendously helpful to tell someone of your daily goals and also your long-term goals, because it really boosts your productivity and also keeps you accountable for everything you do. King Pokefarlax is here, boys. Are there any types of content you'd like to branch out someday? Definitely series rewrite. I have a lot of ideas for a rewrite of the original series and Sun and Moon, but I just don't think that I can narrate them well. What's your favorite video you've ever made and why? My favorite video is without a doubt the top 10 strongest Pokemon owned by Ash's rivals. Because 1, I'm really happy with how it came out. All the editing, the music, and all that stuff. And 2, it's a collab, so it's always much more fun working alongside somebody else, rather than working alone, which is the case for Nuzlocke, So guys, please check out both my and Luap's videos on that. What are your favorite video games? My favorite video game is definitely Pokemon, like all the main series games. I love all of them. And especially the Johto games like Gold, Silver, Crystal, Heart, Gold, Soul, Silver. They're the best, I think. But besides that, my heart will always be with the Supercell games, especially Clash Royale, because I had lots and lots of fun playing with my friends during like grade 12 and early college. Next question is from ChampSnow. ChampSnow making. When did you start watching Pokemon? I started watching Pokemon maybe when I was 4, 5, or 6. I don't remember. What motivates you? Definitely the people that I'm surrounded with, I think. Have you fallen in love? Yes. So, who are your favorite YouTubers? I will answer that later. Which Pokemon do you hate the most? I personally don't hate any Pokemon, so yeah, I can't give you an answer to that one. But it's definitely fun slandering and Pheasant. What other anime do you love watching? Detective Conan is the best anime of all time. Who would you want to thank for this milestone in your career? Of course, I would like to thank God, my family, my friends, my subscribers, my viewers, basically everyone who played a part in helping me reach this milestone. Most embarrassing thing you have done? I tend to forget my embarrassing moments, but the one that I really remember is when I was a kid. I accidentally sat on the lap of a stranger inside the mall because I thought he was my dad. Most memorable day in your life so far? Ooh, this is hard. Probably the last few days of high school when me and my friends were just chilling and playing cards inside the research laboratory and then we're talking about our plans for college. Aw, I miss them. It's Oof asked, what's your favorite moment in any YouTube video you made? That's actually a really good question and really hard to answer. But I think my favorite moment was the Smackdown strategy in my Omega Ruby Monograss Nuzlocke. It's just that I felt really smart when I came up with that strategy. Like, I never thought that I'd ever use Smackdown on Skarmory as a way to hit it with Earthquake. Do you have any tips for newer content creators? Sorry guys, it's raining. My advice is probably to make yourself visible in other social media platforms, like advertise your channel, join Twitter, follow your favorite YouTubers because they might follow you back and you might even become friends with them. And also don't worry about equipment and editing skills, like they'll just gradually improve over time and that won't happen unless you start recording. So yes, hit that record button, shoot your shots and make friends. Do you plan to do something like a setup tour soon? I don't think so. What is your favorite moment in the Pokemon anime? Why? Another difficult question, and a great question actually. Probably the one where Steven and Diantha were pushed to standing back to back in the Team Flare arc. Like two champions forced to their limits as if they're like covering each other's backs and serve as the eye of each other's blind spots. Just the amount of badassery in this scene. And like I kinda wish they did a similar thing with Cynthia and Lance during the Team Galactic arc. Next question is from the boy Coptic. What is the hardest Nuzlocke you have ever done? To be honest, I don't have that much experience in Nuzlocks. Like, the hardest one I did was probably Renegade Platinum because it's the only ROM hack that I played. And I think I was at Canalave City when I stopped watching, I stopped playing, and because I decided to binge watch the anime instead, so the save file is just running in my computer. Hey, it's Pika Zashian. Where did the name Starmeistr come from? I'm glad you asked. It's quite a long story, but basically, Starmie was my original mascot, so I wanted to play around its name. Like, I thought of names like Faceless Star, Starmeistr, until I eventually landed on Starmeistr with an E between T and R. But there's already a YouTuber with that name. So I thought of a creative way to change my name but still retain its pronunciation. And remember how Feraligatr was supposed to be Feraligator, but they had to eradicate the O because the Game Boy back then could only store up 10 characters. So that's exactly what I did with Starmeistr. I eradicated the E to make 10 letters and I love the result. Ace Trainer Leo asked, what's your favorite Pokemon anime series? I think it's a tie between original series and Sun and Moon. Basically nostalgia and recency bias. So original series will always hold a special place in my heart, and to me, I think it's undoubtedly the funniest series of all time. And as for Sun and Moon, I just fell in love with the Alolan spirit. What's your favorite legendary and mythical? My favorite legendary Pokemon is probably Kyogre because I love rain teams, and my favorite mythical is probably Keldeo because it's a water type and I had a bunch of memories with it back in Gen 5 Pokemon Showdown. What's your favorite Pokeball? My favorite Pokeball is undoubtedly the Lure Ball because it contains the best boy, and aside from Naganado's Beast Ball, I think it's the only other unique Pokeball used by Ash. Next question is from the JLF Gaming. Why do you love Totodile so much? I love Totodile so much because it's a starter Pokemon that I had the most fun memories with. And it's so funny in the anime, like every time he's on the battlefield, you can't help but laugh. What was the first channel that you created? This was the very first channel that I created. What is your favorite starter line other than Totodile? So other than Totodile, my favorite starter is definitely Piplup. Like Dawn's Piplup is easily the best Pokemon in the anime, probably tied with Meowth. But as for an entire evolutionary line, I'd probably go with Chimchar, Monferno, and Infernape because all of them are awesome, and I'm in love with the story of Ash's Infernape. Extreme Gaming asked, are you a student or adult? I am both a student and adult. Do you have a girlfriend? No. Do you live alone? No, I live with 4 other family members. How do you manage your time as a student, and how you will able to get a good place to record despite having other person in your house? So I usually record when they're not in my room, which is most of the time. And bro, please continue on with your studies. Like, I know it's difficult, but it's totally rewarding at the end of the day. So Saket Mohana Alamsheri asked, I'm sorry if I butchered your name, where are you from? I am from the Philippines, specifically in Zamboanga City. Next question is from Utpal Das. What is your actual name and where do you live? My name starts with N, and where do I live? I answered that in the previous question. Why you choose Totodile to add it to your channel rather than Starmie, which I think suits better with your channel's name? So as said earlier, Starmie was my original mascot, but I decided to change it to Totodile because I think he's much cuter, much more adorable, and much more noticeable. Plus, I don't really know how I would incorporate an actual Starmie in my trainer art. Your age, from which age you started watching Pokemon, and what is your favorite Pokemon game in which you prefer to play most of your hardcore Nuzlocke? My favorite game will always be Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Despite being one of the easier games, it's just super comfy and I love the music and I don't feel any pressure playing it. And Johto will always be my favorite home region. What will be your Pokemon team as a world champion? I guess you'll have to stay tuned for my Once a Journey 2021. Next question is from Mishov. What's your starter Pokemon and why? My starter Pokemon is Totodile because it's the most adorable thing in this planet. Will you ever play Pokemon Unite? As of this point, I don't think so. And I'm not really used to the MOBA games like League of Legends and Mobile Legends, and Pokemon Unite is basically that, but with Pokemon as characters, as far as I know. Like, most of the features that made me love the main series Pokemon games are absent in Pokemon Unite. Future plans for the channel. Maybe after I pass my licensure exam, I will try to post one Nuzlocke per week or something, and hopefully more collabs with some Poketubers. Next question is from Ivy Ramos. What makes you happy? God, family, friends, and Pokemon. What makes you sad? Definitely losing someone, both literally and figuratively. Like, it could be a family member, friend, or anything important to me. And lastly, what makes you angry? I get angry when people lie to me or when they make me feel excluded. Next question is from Gianpaolo Garcia. What do you like to do for fun? Making YouTube videos? But since it's kinda my job now, I guess most of my leisure time is devoted to scrolling through social media and watching other people's YouTube videos. Oh, and I recently just binge watched Alice in Borderland. Guys, it's a 10 out of 10 series for me. So if you haven't watched it yet, I recommend you to give it a go, and you really won't regret watching it. They say it's much better than Squid Game. So before answering all these questions, I just like to thank Tyl Morqi for everything that she's done for my channel. Like my trainer art, my background, my end slate, and my banner were all made by her. And wow, these questions are deep. What is your motto in life? I don't really have a motto in life, but maybe forgive and forget. Like, we don't know when our visa here on Earth expires, so it's best to forgive and ask for forgiveness while you still have the opportunity. Like something like that. What's your favorite Pokemon quote? Basically, everything that came out of Team Rocket's mouths. I'll show you some examples.
I don't get it. How did you three escape?
That is a secret you will never know.
The writers can't figure it out either.
I'm just getting warmed up, incompetent blue-haired big mouth!
Oh yeah? Well, at least I'm not ugly.
Could that be the Hoenn region, Twerpet?
Back for a whirl at the Wallace Cup competition, I'll bet.
How competitive can it get? Wow, Buffett!
When is your birthday? My birthday is on November 20, 2000. What's your mentality with regard to YouTube? I try my best to maintain a positive and uplifting mentality on YouTube. Like, it's easier said than done. But yeah, whenever someone types in some hate comments on my videos, instead of deleting their comments, I usually just respond in a nice manner and sometimes try to educate them on being more cordial in social media. From K9 McBird G, where do you get the rule set of the trainers? Aside from the standard hardcore Nuzlocke rules, I adopted some of my rules from Pokemon challenges, especially when talking about encounters. Like encounters are determined by the location shown in the Pokemon's profile. So gift and static encounters are only eligible if they're the first encounters of the area. And also the Safari Zone only counts as one area for me. But besides that, I implement my rules based on what gives me the most fun. Like when I decided to evolve all of my Pokemon in the Ash only Black 2 Nuzlocke, I did that because it's fun for me, and I think y'all should do. Set your Nuzlocke rules according to the standards that will give you the best time playing. It's okay to use items. It's okay to play on Switch mode. If a Pokemon faints, it's okay to pretend that it didn't and do better next time. And most importantly, make sure that you learn something every time you play. I'm going off topic now, but yeah, have fun and learn. Oh, and favorite food? My favorite food changes depending on what my tongue craves at that point. It usually rotates around lasagna, pizza, chocolates, cheesecake, ice cream, fried chicken coated with oats, and most importantly, water. Safety Car asked, favorite gym leader, Elite 4, champion. My favorite gym leader is a tie between Misty because of the anime and Morty because he's the coolest boy. And my favorite Elite 4 is definitely Lance, but besides him, it's probably Grimsley. Yes, I have a thing for Dracula-inspired designs. And my favorite champion is by far Lance. Next question is from narrator Wally. What do you put first, milk or cereal? Definitely the cereal first, because the amount of cereal should determine how much a person eats. Then the milk will be the one to adjust to the volume of the cereal. And also placing the cereal first minimizes the potential splashing of the milk when pouring. What do you feel about your journey in YouTube? So far, it was fun. I'm totally having a blast and it makes me feel like I'm a productive person. And although there are times when I wanted to take a 1 week break or something, it's the people in this community that keep me going. What do you think about the YouTube community? Just like any other community, some are based, some are cringe. And good thing most of the people in my comment section are based. Speaking of based and cringe, just so everyone knows, the Japanese words that you see on screen are from an opening of Detective Conan entitled Q&A. Anyways, Kuneko Kawaii asked, what will you do after achieving the bachelor's degree?
Bye-bye.
Whatever God wants me to do, but I'm thinking of taking the licensure exam first, then go from there. I might work as a full-time YouTuber if I don't find an awesome job in real life. Rev asked, How to be a genius like you? I'm not a genius, but for the sake of answering this question, I will be leaving a link in the description below talking about 13 tips to boost your brain power. Which run was the hardest out of all of them? So, among the runs that I posted in YouTube, I think the monotype flying was the hardest because I was much more naive at that point compared to now, and it's also platinum, so it's definitely one of the harder games. Why is Totodile the best Pokemon starter? I mean, is there any other water type starter or basic stage starter that managed to defeat the most popular starter of all time? Looks like we got an essay about some juicy stuff, and nice, you used the colors of my channel. Have you ever dated or are you currently dating? No, not yet. What age did you have a girlfriend? Who knows, maybe 21? Who is your first love? A secret, she might be in this video. What do you admire about her? I don't know, love just happens, right? Are you the clingy type or her? I don't know about her, but I certainly am the clingy type, especially when it comes to friends. What type of girl are you looking for? A girl who loves me for who I am?
Cringe.
Okay, so much for the showbiz stuff. What do you love about being a YouTuber? 100% the people. This platform has given me the opportunity to meet and interact with some of the most amazing people that I otherwise wouldn't have come across with had I not started my YouTube channel. Like, they're basically the ones that push me to keep grinding, and I mean that 100%. Like, in every major arc of my life, high school, college, or YouTube, befriending new people is always the most important thing to me. What anime do you recommend watching? I'd normally say Detective Conan and Pokemon, but since they're super long, I'd have to go with Assassination Classroom and Kakegurui. Do you watch K-drama? No, but I'm planning to binge watch Squid Game sometime this month. Do you know how to cook? Yeah, but only the simple ones like rice, egg, hot dog, pancakes, and stuff. Do you bake pastries? Yes, I bake some cakes every now and then. Opal would love them. Where do you want to travel after this pandemic? To be honest, I just want to go outside and hang out with my friends, but if you want some specific places, I really want to go to Japan and splurge on all those Pokemon Center merchandise. Who do you watch Pokemon with? I watch it alone. Yo, it's your boy Luap, and I also want to thank this guy for that final push to 1,000 subscribers. He basically advertised my channel across Twitter, and he got many people to retweet it, including Raf, and then I woke up the next day and I was already at 1,000 subs, so thank you so much, bro. So what are your 3 favorite Luap videos? Wow, I charge for advertisements on my channel. Anyways, my favorite Luap videos. It's gotta be the Pokemon games tier list because you said a bunch of super relatable stuff about your childhood. Then we have the Pokemon Crystal Pichu solo run because ya boy edited that one. And of course, the top 10 strongest Pokemon owned by Ash's rivals because it's the best collab of the century. Who are your 5 favorite YouTubers? Doesn't have to be Pokemon related. So in no particular order, I'd say Mr. Beast because I love what he's doing and I want to be as rich as he is so I can help other people in need too. And second is Peridium because he's an amazing YouTuber who makes videos about my favorite show of all time, which is Survivor. Then we have the one and only Lumeo's trainer Zach. I just think his videos are top tier and he's one of the reasons why I became a Poketuber. And next is Mystic Umbreon. I initially wanted this channel to somehow be similar to his, and fun fact, the first video that I was planning to upload in my channel was something like top 10 best Pokemon to use in a Kanto playthrough, which is heavily inspired by his best team for blank region series. And I'd like to think that I was able to adopt some of his editing styles. And the final spot goes to some random guy, I forgot his name. So to finish it off, we have Anurag, one of the first people in my fanbase. Sorry bro, most of your questions were already answered earlier. What's your temperature in your city? So according to Google, the temperature ranges from 24 to 32 degrees Celsius for the month of October, which is quite colder than I expected. And as for my favorite Poketuber, I leave that one for you to guess because you basically have only 3 choices, but I'll still be giving you some clues. So he starts his videos with the same exact word as I, and he has the best taste in terms of his favorite Pokemon anime series, games, region, starters, companions, and most importantly, anime rivals. Wink wink.